Hey guys, it's me, Steven, with Career Podium once again. And I just wanted to continue the discussion we started having about Angular features in the last video with a more concrete description of what are the building blocks of an Angular application. So today I'm going to talk about three sort of types of classes in Angular, and that's going to be modules, components, and services. And again, I'm just going to go through a quick overview of these things. In further videos, I'll go through how to actually build these types of classes and how they are assembled together to make a whole Angular application. But for now, I just want to talk about how they're going to help us and sort of what the high-level function of each is. So first of all, we have the module, which is the ng module class in Angular. And what Angular 2 does when it sees a module is it knows that everything contained within the module is sort of a cohesive unit of code, okay? And so it might contain other things. A module might contain, say, components and services and pipes and other things like that. But a module is sort of the top-level container that holds all of the code for the application you're writing or the library or whatever else you're creating. So in each Angular application, Career Podium's no exception, we have one root module that holds all of the code for the application. And this is nice because when Angular comes across our code, it knows exactly what the thing we're going to work with is, and it knows exactly what to run when it starts a wrap-up. So again, an ng module is just really a container that holds other code. It's sort of like a package in Java or a package in Python, if you're familiar with those languages. Second thing is a service. A service is a smaller building block than a module. It doesn't really contain other code. A service should really just do one thing, okay? It should be code that provides one function. All right, and so an example of this might be an authentication service that just deals with authenticating our users against our user database on the back end, let's say. And so we might make the service have a couple of methods on it that says, attempt login, and then maybe register a new user or something like that. We could do our logic however we want, but again, the service provides one function. It's just code that helps accomplish something in your application. And again, a service is a complete unit of code, and it's usually contained maybe with other services or other components within a module. Okay, and so the last thing we have is the component, which is a lot like a service, except it's not supposed to be just called upon by other code to perform some function, but it actually provides a view in your application. So if you're familiar with iOS development, we have view controllers and then views. And what a component is really just a pairing between those two things. Likewise, in Angular 1, we had directives and then controllers. In Angular 2, a component is really just a combination of a directive and a controller. And so what that allows us to do is specify some just plain old HTML, like you're familiar with, CSS, and then some JavaScript or TypeScript. And these three things come together to make, again, a view that goes into your application, and then some control logic for the view. But again, in this type of scenario with a component, we don't really want to do a ton of heavy lifting in our app. That's really more for services. What we would want to do in a component is, say, load up data that needs to be displayed on the web page or handle user input and user interaction events. So that's that. Those are the three building blocks of an Angular application. There's other classes too that I haven't gotten a chance to talk about and really review in depth myself, but I'll be going into those in later videos, and like I said, I'll go into how to actually build these things later as we move forward. So that's that. Hope you were able to learn something here today. Again, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, email, YouTube. I'm always happy to answer questions, and I love to chat about this type of technology. So have a great afternoon.